La lomba, la lomba, la lomba nilindie. La lomba, la lomba, la lomba nilindie. Hapo nyuma hata tulipozaliwa hatujaiona eti mtoto amezaliwa akaletewa miti. Wamama walikuwa wanabeba labda mahindi, unaletewa sukari. Lakini sasa tulishangaa kuona miti.
In the heart of Savo lies a town that once flourished as the food basket of Kenyan's coast. But the very land that provided for so many now faces the threat of environmental degradation.
I remember 2015 we had some very severe droughts. I recall immediately after the drought then came floods, a lot of rain that came out at a point where you didn't expect rain, but rain comes and it comes. So one month you have floods, the other long period you have droughts. So out of all that, I realized that we needed to do something. And Wundanyi and Taita Taveta as it is known to have been the food basket of the coastal region.
According to Global Forest Watch, Wundanyi has experienced a decrease in forest cover by 1.9%, dropping from 11.3 square kilometers to just over 223 hectares. This loss is a silent crisis, challenging both the environment and the livelihoods of those who depend on it.
Mti Mtoto has been of paramount importance to our area here. One, because as the trees are grown, we make the children sensitive about tree planting and in being environmental conscious. This will really help in that when they plant the trees, it increases the soil cover, which is a climate change mitigation measure.
Despite the unforgiving sun and the tough terrain, the people of Wundanyi are undeterred. Their efforts in conservation have already begun to yield positive results. Ruth is one of 7,000 women who have joined the Mti Mtoto Initiative, a project that empowers women to take an active role in environmental conservation. Women who gave birth to children were gifted 10 tree seedlings to care for as their children grow.
Hatujaiona eti mtoto amezaliwa akaletewa miti. Wamama walikuwa wanabeba labda mahindi, unaletewa sukari. Lakini sasa tulishangaa kuona miti. Tulipowauliza miti ni ya nini? Wakatuambia miti imetoka kwa mbunge na hii ni zawadi ya nani? Ya mtoto. Kusema kweli nilikuwa hapo mwanzo sijaelewa hiyo miti inapandwa kwa sababu gani. Sasa kuja kuelewa ni wakati bro amepata mtoto wa pili, tulipoletea hiyo miti tena. Hapo ndo nikajua umuhimu wa hizo miti.
Hiyo idea ya Mti Mtoto ilikuwa geni kwetu kwa sababu pia sisi ndio pioneers wa Mti Mtoto, na wakati ililetwa kulingana na mila na desturi za tuseme Kitaita ama za tuseme utamaduni, kuna ile mtu akipata mtoto analetewa zawadi, analetewa pesa, analetewa, wale ambao hawajiwezi wanaleta maji, wanaleta kuni, wanaleta chakula. Lakini hii ilikuwa geni kwa sababu mtu kukuletea zawadi ya miti kidogo inakaa kejeli, inakaa utani, unashindwa kuelewa. Lakini kiasi niliingiwa na hofu, najiuliza ama inaweza kuwa hii miti imeassociatiwa na uchawi ama na mazingaumbo gani? Kwa nini miti na si nguo, si chakula na si anything else? Kwa nini miti?
I'd see people plant trees during events. We used to have tree planting days. We used to have, but that had never been sustainable. Trees will be planted, but 2-3 months down the line, they're all dried up, they die. So that idea of now starting to grow trees, plant and grow trees. So I sat down and said, what is the best way to change my societal practices so that then we grow a society that appreciates trees, but as they appreciate trees, they also continue planting trees. And in our culture, how Mti Mtoto came to be a concept that I worked with. In our culture, when a child is born, of course, he's gifted. People go there to celebrate the young one. People take gifts, different gifts. And in our local setup, people take water, firewood, food, stuffs, and all that. But I said, how can I do this differently? As I want to grow a generation that understands matters conservation, understands matters afforestation and deforestation, afforestation. I said, let me come up with this special gift. When a child is born, I gift them 5 seedlings.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But then you prune so that they are straight.
Grow faster.
Yes. And I don't just give, so I visit the home where the child is born. I celebrate the birth of the child, and then of course mention to the lady or the father that here I am to celebrate your child by donating or gifting the child 5 trees. That then we take part in planting those trees. So we ask the family to show us to plant the trees around the homesteads. And this we've been doing it. So you go there, you plant the trees, and as the moment you call it a gift and you go there to celebrate a birth of the child, and the parents become very excited about the whole program.
Ruth Kalage is a beacon of resilience. Like many women in this region, Ruth is part of transformative initiative led by the Danson Mwashako Foundation. Today, she receives a special gift, seedlings for her newborn, promise of hope for the future.
Nilikuwa nimesikia hizi habari kwamba mbunge anapeana zawadi za miti, na nikasema hata mwenyewe natamani sana kuona hizo zawadi, na kweli leo zimenifikia. So ninashukuru tu sana. Si kawaida eti mtu kuletewa miti za zawadi, lakini hii kwa mheshimiwa wetu imekuwa ni jambo la busara tu sana, kwa sababu hizi miti kesho zitamsaidia mtoto wangu akikua.
Maana tunafanya hivi kwa sababu mtoto ni wa jamii yote.
Yes.
Wanasema kizungu, mtoto, it takes the whole village to raise a child. Ndio.
Nimesikia wanapeana miti za avocado pamoja na macadamia, na katika hizo miti za avocado nimesikia wenzangu wakisema kwamba after 3 years wanaanza kuvuna, na kitambo ifike hiyo miaka 3 waanze kuvuna. Hiyo itasaidia kama sina chakula kwa nyumba, nikipata mtu wa kuuzia, ninauza na ninapata chakula, na hata pia vile ninapata pesa pia za kumnunulia mtoto labda nguo ama sabuni ama yani matumizi ya mtoto nyumbani.
What started as a small initiative has grown into a powerful force for change. Today, the Danson Mwashako Foundation can confirm approximately 35,000 trees grown by families courtesy of the initiative.
Manuel, zile miti zako zilikuwa zimepandwa ni mingapi? Ilikuwa ni mingapi? Wa kwanza ni upi? Wa pili? Wa tatu? Wa nne? Wa tano?
We make sure that the parent understands that these trees are not hers or his. These trees are for the child. So that infant, that young one, we ask the parent that one day this young one will want to ask, when they come of age and they start going to school, we'll ask them whether they know that there are trees that were planted in their name when they were young. So parents become very responsible taking care of these trees, because they know the future of their children depend on these trees.
The initiative has not gone unnoticed. Both local and international institutions are now reaching out, eager to collaborate, to learn, and to help amplify the impact of this groundbreaking work in biodiversity.
I've also had international partners who have shown interest. Recent one is Helsinki University through the Taita Taveta Research Center, where we've had a meeting with the professor in charge of the research center, trying to see how then we can come up, we can work together and collaborate. And to collaborate in a manner that we can scale up this program. Because the biggest nightmare right now first is there's a lot of interest from my neighboring constituencies. Like already we have been planned to roll this program in Mwatate constituency. We also have a plan to roll this program in Voi constituency. If anyone who is thinking about conserving Tsavo, and Tsavo is known worldwide as one of the largest conservancy, the wildlife in Tsavo are endangered, are threatened by now the issues like climate change, the extreme weather conditions. And before, there's a river that crosses the Tsavo called Voi River. Voi River, as we speak today, is a seasonal river. It used to be a permanent river. Now it's seasonal, it's only up when it is rain, when there are rains. So Tsavo ecosystem is at risk. And I'll tell you, the biodiversity of the Tsavo is a big risk. Then there is the issue around, the big five. Human-wildlife conflict is at the rise because the big five, when they miss water in the park, they'll definitely come to the human settlements. And this has created a big mess with human-wildlife conflict. So what we're doing at the hills, at Mti Mtoto and Wundanyi, and as we expand to other areas in the county, will definitely have a direct impact to the restoration of the Tsavo ecosystem.
From the heart of Wundanyi to the coast of Kenya, the journey of conservation continues, guided by the strength of the people and the promise of a greener tomorrow.